Hello grade 12, we're going to go over 4.2 of November 2018 paper. We didn't quite finish it or complete it to my liking. What we have here is in the button 4.1 click. Remember, we're reading from the text file into an array. The one thing is that we have a global counter there, yes, but we have to set it to 0 before we read from the text file. Even though our count ARR is a global integer, which means it will be automatically set to 0, that means we can only click this button once to populate an array. If we want to click it the second time, the third time, and so on, we have to reset our AR counter, array counter to 0. That's very important. Otherwise, it's just going to give you an error over here when we try and put some more numbers into this AR customers array. So that was one important point. The second one was in the 4.2 display button click event. You can either use a while loop or a for loop, and they work differently. Now this is using a while loop. Remember, we are filling, you want to put 7 numbers in a row into display, into our display. So we've got to build a string of 7 items altogether. Of course, we started with putting the spaces in. We've just explained that already. But when we go to fill in the rest of the numbers into our neat little line to go and display, we can either use a while loop or a for loop. Now this is the while loop. There's the end of the while loop. I'm using a while loop here. If I do that, I've got to set a counter to 0, and while that is not less than or equal to our number of boxes in our array, we increment the counter, and then we've got to ask the question if, okay, because we only want to build a string if that is the case, but we're only going to display it if the days is greater than 17, because we incremented a days here. Okay, remember we had to increment a days. We set our days to whatever it was from building the spaces. So incrementing days over here, and if it's 7, okay, then we're fine. If it's 8, anything greater than 7, which would be 8, then we would go and display the line and set our days back to 1 and the line to an empty string. So that's using a while loop, and it works perfectly fine. So we will run the program. So we've got January, okay, and let's say Thursday. Okay, there it displays. Now if I want to use February, populate the array, you have to always click the button. In my last video I didn't click that button to populate the array, that's why I had an error. And then we go and choose our select start day, and there you'll see it is working fine. Now what if we used a for loop? Well, then of course that falls away. So we say for k equals 1 to our count ARR do. We won't increment, we don't ask this question either. And it's that. Now let's see how that will work. And then all we do is build the line inside the loop, increment our days, and if it's greater than 7, we add the line to the rich edit and reset our days and our line just like before. And this is end of a for loop. So as you can see, there's a slight difference. Let's see how this works. So I'm going to choose January, okay, Sunday or whatever, Tuesday, right, there it is, fine. Now I'm going to do February, populate the array, choose a different day, and there we go, 28. So that works just the same as a while loop, but just take note how it was constructed. So this obviously is the easiest way to do it. Right, that was all I wanted to share with you.